it's Grandma. I have a couple of fairy tales to read to you today. We're going to start with The Three Billy Goats Gruff. This is one of my favorites. The Three Billy Goats Gruff. High in the mountains lived three billy goats. They were called Baby Gruff, Middle Gruff, and Big Gruff. All winter long, an icy wind blew, and the billy goats ate only dry thistles and scraggly thorny bushes. When at last the snow melted, they set off for the valley below. Down the mountain they trotted, trip-trap, trip-trap, to the old stone bridge. There, on the other side of the river, was the freshest, greenest grass they had ever seen. Look at that yummy grass. Can I go first? Can I, please? I'm so hungry, I could eat the whole field. And so the billy goats lined up to cross the bridge. First Baby Gruff, then Middle Gruff, then Big Gruff. But under the bridge, hiding in the shadows, was a big, ugly troll. He had a terrible, warty face. He had horrible, pointed ears. He had awful, stinky breath. And he liked to eat anyone who crossed his bridge. So, when Baby Gruff skipped across the bridge with a trip-trap, trip-trap, the troll sprang up from below, snarling and slobbering. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" "It's me," said Baby Gruff, squealed. "The littlest billy goat. I'm going to the meadow to nibble all the flowers." "Oh, no, you're not," roared the troll. "This is my bridge, and I'm going to eat you up for breakfast with some freshly buttered toast." Baby Gruff trembled. "Please don't eat me," he squeaked. "I'm so little, you wouldn't even taste me. Wait for my older brother, Middle Gruff. He's bigger and so much tastier." The troll licked his lips. "Bigger? Tastier?" he cried. "Then I'll eat him instead. Now be gone with you." And so Baby Gruff scurried over the bridge. Trip-trap, trip-trap, trip-trap. "Silly old troll," he giggled. Soon after, Middle Gruff clattered across the old stone bridge. Trippity-trap, trippity-trap. And the troll leaped up once more, growling. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" "It's me," Middle Gruff bleated. "The next billy goat. I'm going to the meadow to munch all the grass." "Oh, no, you're not," roared the troll. "I'm going to gobble you up for breakfast with a nice glass of milk." "Don't be silly," cried Middle Gruff. "I'm so bony, I'd make your teeth fall out." "Wait for my older brother, Big Gruff. He's fatter and much yummier." The troll started to drool. "Fatter? Yummier?" he shouted. "Then I'll eat him instead. Now be gone with you." And so Middle Gruff trotted across the bridge. Trippity-trap, trippity-trap. "Silly old troll," he laughed. Finally, Big Gruff thundered up to the bridge. Trip, trap, tromp. Roar! Roared the troll. Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? He was very, very hungry by now. Big Rough stomped his hooves. It's me, he grunted, the biggest billy goat. The troll's tummy was rumbly and grumbly. Up he jumped, bellowing, here I come to gobble you up. No, said Big Rough, pointing to his big, strong horns right at the troll. Here I come. And he knocked the troll right into the rushing river. Splash! Arg! Howled the troll as the river swept him far away. And so Big Rough thundered over the bridge to join his brothers in the meadow. Trip, trap, tromp. Silly old troll, he chuckled. All summer long, the three billy goats Gruff crunched and munched the delicious green grass until they could eat no more. And they never, ever saw that silly old troll again. The end. And for our next story, we have Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. Once upon a time, there was a family with 6 children. They all had different hobbies. This became quite expensive for their parents. Luckily, the father was a very rich merchant. Well, rich. Well, a little rich. Oh dear. The entire family had to sell everything they owned and move to a tiny cottage in the woods. Beauty's father went to town to try to make money, but he had no luck. As he rode back, poor and alone, he had to take shelter in a castle. There he found delicious food and a comfortable place to rest. But the castle seemed to have no owner. As he was leaving the next morning, the merchant picked a rose from the castle's garden to take to his daughter, Beauty. Eek! How dare you steal from my garden? Bellowed the Beast. Stammered the merchant. I didn't think one flower would be a problem. I will let you go on this condition, said the Beast. You must send one of your daughters to live with me. I won't eat her as long as she's not the one with the trombone. The merchant went home to get Beauty. She was very upset, but understood she had to go. Hello, hello. Welcome to your new home, Beauty, said the Beast. She looked at him. He was huge and very hairy, but although she felt scared, she didn't show it. The Beast smiled. The Beast had prepared a wonderful bedroom for Beauty, but she missed her family so much that she barely noticed. She fell asleep, hoping to dream of home. Instead, she saw herself walking beside a stream. A handsome prince appeared and took her hand. Please don't leave me, he begged. Save me from this terrible spell. What spell? Beauty replied. but the prince didn't answer. The next day, Beauty explored the castle. In a big hall, there were hundreds of portraits. How odd! It's the prince from my dreams. That night, Beauty and the Beast ate dinner together. Have you enjoyed your day? Do you like your bedroom? Do you have enough to eat? Asked the Beast. You're so kind. You can't be evil, replied Beauty, just very hairy. Things went on like this for several days. One night, Beast asked, Will you marry me? But I don't love you, cried Beauty. It made her sad to refuse the kind Beast, so she added, You're a good person, just, very, beastly. Every night, the Beast asked her to marry him, but Beauty was in love with her dream prince. The Beast saw that Beauty was unhappy. She didn't want to mention the prince, so she said, I miss my family. That was true, mostly. Then you must visit them, said the Beast, but you must also promise to return within a week, or I will die without you. Beauty's family was overjoyed to see her, and the week passed very quickly, but she never once dreamed of the prince. At first, she had wonderful dreams, but then one night, I dreamed my Beast was dead. What if it's true? Cried Beauty. She had to get back to the castle. Beauty searched the castle from top to bottom. Eventually, she went down to the end of the garden, and there she found the Beast. This is my fault, she cried. Beauty tried everything she could to help him, but nothing worked. At last, in deep despair, she began to cry. Then her tears struck the Beast's body. A fabulous thing happened. He came back to life. I was dying because I thought you'd forgotten your promise, said the Beast. But you returned. Will you marry me? Oh, yes, dear Beast, Beauty cried. Suddenly, the Beast began to glow with a magical light, and then, when the light faded, her prince stood before her. A cruel witch turned me into a beast, he explained. I've been so lonely, but your true love has broken the spell. Beauty and the prince were married. The entire family came to live at the castle, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.